And now back to Bobby Likis Car Clinic and your host, Bobby Likis.
We'll take a call from Connecticut. Frank, welcome to Bobby Likis Car Clinic. Glad to have you in the house.
Hi, Bobby.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, I'm a first-time caller, and I just want to tell you I like your show.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate hearing that. And where do you live in Connecticut?
In Greenwich.
In Greenwich. Oh, well, great. You've got I see on the screen you got an 81 Chevy van. That's it.
It's a box truck.
Oh.
A little bigger, but they call it a van. And it's 5,500 pounds.
Wow.
And 8-cylinder. And the problem is that it started with when the engine's idling, and then put it in gear, forward or reverse, it would go slowly. The vehicle would move slowly, but not really go very far. You'd have to step on the gas pedal a lot to get it to move.
Right.
And now, when you turn the engine on, you got it idling, and then put it into forward or reverse, it just kicks the engine off, and it doesn't engage the transmission at all. You can't feel any jolt or any feeling that it's engaging the transmission at all. And I was just wondering if you had an idea as to what the problem might be.
I do. Let me ask this question and think before you answer. Let's say that before it came to the point it is today, but it was giving problems. When you put it in gear and you left a traffic light, did it seem like that it was just dragging, and then about 25 or 30 miles per hour, it seemed to be okay and take off? In other words, its launching capabilities, did it feel like that it really was a dog to across the traffic light, and then finally at 25 miles an hour came to life?
A little bit, yeah.
The reason I ask that is that the torque converter has a stator in it, and a stator is a torque multiplier. And it was common. It's been quite common on older vehicles, which this one is for the stators to go bad in the converter. And the reason I think that's because now you've got a problem when you put it in gear. Like something's killing the engine altogether. I mean, if the engine's in good shape, it's not rocket science here. You got a problem in an automatic transmission that's not automatic. It's locking up.
That's right.
So I've got to believe it's converted. I tell you what I would do. I'd pull the oil pan on the transmission and see if there's any metal in the oil pan.
Okay.
That's the first thing that I would do, and if there's metal in the pan, you put it right back up, and the second thing I would do is I would, because it was an 81 model automobile, if you're going to keep this vehicle, I would buy from a reputable manufacturer, and I could send you a couple names, a remanufactured transmission which comes as a plug and play, including the converter and everything, and then you replace the flywheel, because it's old as well. What you're going to be right there at it, so that's typical of a cracking flywheel that's a good time to replace it, and teeth on the starter. So for you, I see in my crystal ball, I see a remanufactured transmission, a new flywheel, and you can either replace the starter at that time, or you can do it later. If it's not broken, you can of course use the same starter.
Well, actually, the flywheel was replaced about 6 months ago. Do you think that might have caused the problem?
Nope.
No.
I do not. It either works or it doesn't. Flywheels have nothing to do with, if it starts and engine starts fine, the flywheel's doing its job and it's bolted to the engine, and the fact that it turns because the starter turns it means that when you put it in gear, the flywheel has nothing to do with it. But the torque converter is bolted to the flywheel, so it leads right back to the transmission.